10 backers, we are live. How you doing? This is a March Madness episode. We got some drama, but first, what we got to get to is our little stadium tour video. Y'all got to see it. If you didn't see it last time, you'll see it every time from here on out because it's just that damn good, all right? We went around, me and AJ, all the different stadiums, 16 different stadiums in the Big Ten country, and add Notre Dame in twice. It was pretty damn good, man. So check it out.
What a bunch of Buckeye nuts. Let's Happy Valley. You never had a buck. You got 10.
Boom. Man, that video is awesome. So check it out. We got more videos coming. We got all kinds of stuff on social media. So go check it out on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, all that good stuff. But first, we got to get into a little bit of drama. Drama still. We missed it last week. We really wanted to talk about Trev Alberts, but damn, I'm glad we didn't. This dude left his alma mater and went for the big money at Texas A&M. All right? Left his alma mater. Let me repeat that again. And left for the money at Texas A&M. Well, we didn't report it last week. We didn't talk about it. We just kind of forgot we had a big show last week, Well, more drama. Just doubling down on the drama. Getting a 2-for-1 special. Now, A&M draws Nebraska in March Madness. Man, hell of a draw. But Trev Alberts, he can't stay off Twitter. He's like Trump, man. And just pulls some bullshit on Twitter. So we got to get talking about these responses on Twitter, man. Some of these were just great, man. You got to check this out. This one's for you, Trev. Man, Trev Alberts was like, well, this is going to be fun. Congratulations, Coach Hoiberg and Coach Williams. Those are his old coach at Nebraska and his new coach at Texas A&M. So they got a Nebraska player flipping them off. All right. Don't congratulate your ex and your new wife when you just cheated on us. These Nebraska fans are getting pissed off, man. Say, Nebraska fans are the nicest people ever, but when you piss them off, watch out, brother. Watch out. All right, and this guy, Husker Cheese, we're driving 9 hours just to have the opportunity to boo at you at the game. And then, of course, Texas A&M's got to get back. Yikes. These Nebraska fans are going through some grief. My condolences. Gig 'em, Trev. Damn, man. Crazy shit. But we got Vegas Matt here. We promised some round ball, so we're getting into it. What do you got on this tournament, man?
Yeah, thank you for having me back. And this is starting.
You're doing Vegas? Are you doing Vegas for us again?
We'll try, man. We'll try.
Is Vegas going to do you in March Madness just like it did during football season?
Pretty much usually does. That's pretty standard. So not going to be surprised there, but it is one of the most wonderful times of the year, especially that first Thursday, Friday, where you got 16 games on Thursday, 16 games on Friday. It's a fantastic situation.
Hell yeah. What do we got on it, man? We got to get into these bets, brother.
Yeah. Kind of before we get in, I always like to, whenever you're talking people March Madness, you always like to kind of hit on a couple trends or things you want to see. When you're looking at the gambling aspect of March Madness, do not think of this the way you go into your brackets. We all do brackets. We all like to pick upsets. They're all fun. Stay away from all that nonsense. You got to look at the game. You got to look at the stats. You got to try to make the best bet you can possibly make. There's still going to be upsets along the way, but kind of disengage from that. I love that underdog. I love rooting for them. If you want to play that mantra, pick an over-under. Don't go spreads. But don't just kind of look at ESPN's favorite upsets and all these different upsets and look at these spreads and think, wow, I think they're going to do it. Because more often than not, you're going to see the favorites pull these out. So that's one trend I always like to tell new bettors when you're coming to March Madness. Second thing if you're looking at a game and you don't have a strong feel, one of the kind of there's no such thing as a safe bet, but one of the plays I like to have is the first half under. Now, I'm not talking game under, I'm talking first half under. A lot of these teams, especially on Thursday and Friday, it's a neutral state stadium, big stadium. Rim looks a lot different to them. Shooting can be a little sluggish early on. So you kind of look at that first half under, and then you see teams get their feet under them, kind of running gun second half, may hit that over. But that's a nice trend if you don't know who you want to pick in a game. And also along those lines, first half underdogs. Again, you'll see a lot of games where teams come out sluggish, maybe a bad first half shooting, little tight, different arena. You see games close, and then in the second half, you'll see that 1 seed, the 2 seed, 3 seed really expand the lead, maybe cover the spread overall. So those are just kind of some trends. I like to tell a lot of new bettors, especially during March Madness. But let's kind of dive into the games here and kind of see what we want. Anyone you draw your eyes to first?
But let's go to the Big Ten, man. Let's start there.
Yeah, might as well.
Big Ten games.
What's opening tip of March Madness is the game in Charlotte, 12:15 Eastern time, Mississippi State at Michigan State. This is an 8-9 matchup. You're seeing Michigan State come in -1.5. So even though they're a 9 seed, -1.5, you're seeing an over-under at 130. Some of the stats, things I like to look at, again, you could get lost in statistics, especially in basketball. I really like to see teams. Can teams score? Defense I look at as well, too. If you're really top upper echelon, that's a factor. I also like to see things like three-point attempts, because that's one of the things, if you're really going to dive into sleeper picks or underdogs, they got to be able to hit the three, and they got to be able to attempt the three. So
you said Michigan State's -1?
-1.5. So
-1.5.
Yeah, that stayed relatively consistent. You have that over-under at 130 here. So I look at a game like this, you're not seeing strong offenses. You're seeing pretty solid defensive teams. They don't attempt a lot of three balls, either team. I mean, Michigan State's one of the worst in the country at attempts. So I look at something like this and I say, okay, straight up, I look Tom Izzo, March Madness against an average SEC team. I'd probably lay the points looking at the Spartans.
I'm with you. I'm laying the points. I'm taking Spartans all day.
Yeah.
What's that next Big Ten one we got?
Yeah, the next one, you're seeing 2:10 Eastern tip in Omaha. You're seeing the Morehead State Eagles, 14 seed, taking on the number 3 seed Illinois. Illinois coming off.
Illinois. Hey, man, I'm rocking the shirt.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Great run. Great run in the Big Ten tournament. Looked really solid. You kind of saw some.
They're physical.
Yeah,
They're physical. What's that going to do in the tournament, though? I mean, are the refs going to – it's not Big Ten refs, right?
I mean, it doesn't matter. They all suck anyways. But you're seeing Illinois -12 here, and you're seeing an over-under at 147. This is, if you really kind of dig into the numbers, Illinois is 8th in the nation in scoring.
Take that first half under? Is that what you're telling us?
No, this is one I don't know. Yeah, this is one if you look at Morehead State, because you're seeing a lot of people like this as a trendy upset pick. I disagree there. I see this as maybe a first half Morehead State cover the spread, and I don't know what that first half spread is. I'm talking game spread. I would see Illinois pulling away late in this one, though. I mean, I wouldn't touch the spread, but I could see Illinois winning by 13, 15. They are playing really good basketball right now. However, the one I like is that over 147 for the game. Illinois scores really well. They both shoot the ball from three-point land quite a bit. Mm-hmm. So I could see this one, let's say we're wrong and Illinois gets out to a 20-point lead, let's say. Maybe Morehead State comes back, maybe a backdoor cover, but scoring some points late could get it over 147.
You got Morehead on that offense points per game?
Yeah, 118th, which – so to put it in perspective, there are 351 Division I college basketball teams.
Like 50%. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, probably 35th percentile, I mean, I'd say, or 65th percentile, I should say. So pretty good. You know, anything I would say in the top 150, team's going to score pretty well. They're 8th in the nation on defense, but I think that's the competition they play. I think Illinois is an entirely different beast, red hot team. So in games like this, I like the over.
Less head. It ain't more head. We're getting less head. Illinois all the way, baby.
It could. They're red hot. So then next one
What we got next?
Yeah.
Keep it in the Big Ten, baby.
We will. We will keep it in the Big Ten. I know technically not officially Big Ten, but we've already welcomed them in. The 11 seed Oregon Ducks are taking on the 6 seed South Carolina Gamecocks. This one has been very interesting. I've seen the line start at -2. Now a lot of books you're looking at is pick 'em, meaning it was -2 South Carolina, I should clarify. Now you're seeing this game as pick 'em. So you're seeing a lot of that money rolling into Oregon here. Obviously on a run, obviously winning the last remaining Pac-12 championship game. I tend to like that a little bit. Now, I am a little hesitant because, again, with March Madness, people flood the market and flood money onto these upsets. Everybody loves picking the upsets. However, I think Oregon is playing extremely well. We're talking a really tight -2 point spread now down to 0. I probably look at the money line Oregon on this one. I just think they're playing really well in South Carolina.
What's the spread?
It's pick 'em. Straight up, there is no spread.
Oh, pick 'em, you said.
Pick 'em. Yeah. So it went from -2 South Carolina to pick 'em. So you've seen Oregon gain 2 points. Let's put it that way.
Oh, man. The SEC's been tricky because they had been historically pretty terrible in basketball the last, 10 years, 20 years. But the last few years, they're really turning it on. I guess stepping it up because they know that's the next moneymaker and they're investing in their program. So I'm going to go with South Carolina. Give me a Gamecock. I don't want to pick against the other foul. Pick against the Ducks and I'll give me a Gamecock.
Nah, let's welcome.
Man, we just went Moorhead to Gamecocks back to back.
It's not like we set that up or anything like that.
Did you do that on purpose? Come on, man.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. But we're going to talk about this on the Thursday show quite a bit because you see a lot of really good SEC teams playing on Friday. And we'll really break down the offensive scoring in the SEC. But it is crazy when you look at the top 10 scoring teams in the country, how many of them are in the SEC and playing on Friday. So we'll hit on that more on Thursday's show.
Give us something for Friday, baby. Here we go.
It's what we call a teaser in the industry, right? So then
Moorhead, Cox, and teasers. Man, we're touching it all.
Yeah. Anyone, because those are the 3 Big Ten games on the slate for Thursday. Any game on Thursday that kind of sticks out to you want to hear a little bit more about?
I just want to get into my overall Cinderella picks if we're into that.
Yeah, we can start. See if they correlate with any of the ones I kind of like.
Speaking of the SEC, man, I'm taking that Yale over Auburn. A number 13 seed Yale over number 4 seed Auburn, man. It's a risky pick, but I'm going for it.
I like it. But let me see here.
You want me to go on to the next ones? I got a few. I got 5.
No, I'm sorry, man. I thought you were cutting to a commercial. That's why I paused there for a second. But we can.
You know what?
If you'd like,
let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's get this comment first. All right. What is up? Oh yeah, Matt, AJ. Hope the fam's doing well. AJ, I hope you're listening, brother. I hope the fam's doing well too, man. Little boy got filming. Sorry, I didn't pronounce his name correctly. Anyway, the new Big Ten backer. Oh, we got to get into that. Yeah. TJ's always in here, man. TJ's always giving us some love. But we haven't paid those bills. We do got to get to this quickly. All right? Let me pull this up. Let's get this spicy with some Dano seasoning, baby. You always need it. You always want it. You got to have it. If you haven't tried it yet, go get you some.
Yum, yum, get you some. Very good. Yum, yum, get you some. Yum, yum, get you some. Yum, yum, get you some.
Dano seasoning, food's favorite flavor.
Yum, yum, get you some.
I'm Joe Burrito, your favorite burrito. Whoa, whoa.
Joe, we
Hey.
all know you're the best.
What?
But you can always do better.
What you got?
Try the new Dano's Hot Chipotle.
Hey. Ooh, that's spicy. Yum, yum.
Yum, yum, get you some.
Yum, yum, get you some. We're back for some more March Madness bets. We got Vegas Matt here to break it all down for us, man. Hey, we started off, we got the Big Ten games, and we're going to come back at you on Thursday night, give you a little bit more. But right now, we're talking Cinderellas, baby. We already gave you one earlier. the possible Yale over Auburn, man. I know there's got to be some people pissed about that. There's got to be some Auburn fans. Whatever the fuck your mascot is, it's a tiger, it's a hawk, I don't fucking know. But next, we're going with number 10 seed Drake over number 7 Wazoo, man. The Palouse is going to be pissed off at me for picking that.
Yeah, I think they are. And this one is very interesting. This is one where Washington State started out -1.5. They're now +1. So you've seen a 2.5 point swing there, to your point, in favor of Drake. I look at a game like this and I say this one is an absolute stay away from. I think you could hit on this, but I'll also be honest, when the 10 beats to 7,
hit on this.
Yeah, I just don't see that as much of an upset. I think these are two pretty evenly matched teams. Drake's 35th in the nation in scoring offense. Washington State is 44th in the nation in scoring defense. So you're kind of seeing that offense versus defense. The other way around, they're in the 150-ish range apiece, so it's kind of neutral on both fronts. Washington State's been playing pretty good. Obviously, they got ousted in the semifinals of the Pac-12. This is one of those games where I personally would not bet a game like this. I would kind of just sit back and enjoy, just because I don't really see a favorable angle here. However, when in doubt,
that's why I won this football season, baby.
Yeah,
this man's willing to take a couple risks, right?
You can, but we are talking gambling, so I always want to take the responsible angle when we're talking to people. And I know this
I made that money. I made that money, brother.
You did.
I'm the champ. Crown me. Put that crown on me. Boom.
We got your trophy.
All right, we got a comment we got to get to. TJ says you picked against Auburn just to piss off Kenny. Fuck yeah, I did, man. Kenny, get up in here. See what you got. And we got Alexander. He says, I have Drake. Good man. Good man. All right.
I would definitely see him, man.
Some more upset specials. People are calling for this one all over. The New Mexico State Lobos, number 11 seed over number 6 seed Clemson. Man, it's easy to pick against Clemson as an Ohio State fan, right?
Oh, it's always easy. And I hate to burst people's bubble on this, and we're going to get into it a little bit more on Friday. It's not an upset.
What? Where is New Mexico State?
No.
Where is New Mexico State?
Las Cruces, I believe.
Las Cruces, yeah.
Yeah. New Mexico's in Albuquerque, I believe. But
they're both in Albuquerque. Everything in New Mexico's in Albuquerque.
Or Santa Fe, man. It's beautiful this
Santa
time of
Fe,
year.
right.
Highly recommend going. But it's not an upset. And it's not an upset because Vegas has New Mexico at -2. They've had them as the favorite this whole time. This was a terrible seeding. If I am Clemson, I am furious. Just bad look across the board. But New Mexico is the favorite. So you can kind of take the seed and throw it out the window. We'll get into it more on our Thursday show. But I think New Mexico's a solid pick there. Absolutely.
And what do you think about, we got a question. What do you think about Duquesne over BYU? Jimmer Fournette less, right?
Yeah, so here's the thing with BYU. 20th in the nation in scoring, second in the nation at 3-point attempts. Now, you're going to live by the 3 and you're going to die by the 3.
If they're hot, they're hot.
Yeah, but you got to think both sides of that aisle. If they're not hot, I see a pretty close game. Maybe Duquesne pulls it out at the end. However, a team that shoots that many threes, if they're even just, let's just say 40%, which is good, really good, but you don't even have to be scorching. You could see that pull away at the end. So this is a game I very much like the over on at 142.5. I would stay away from that spread. I see a feast or famine type game. I could think BYU could win by 24. They could lose by 5. I just
What's
see
the spread in that?
-8.
Do we got it?
-8 for the Cougars of BYU. So this is a game where I just don't know what kind of shooting performance you're going to get.
I'd take Duquesne to cover. I wouldn't pick them outright.
Yeah.
I don't cover that spread.
You got to love the
close
coach's
game.
story too, right? He's officially announced his retirement after taking the program there. First time in 46 years, Duquesne has made the NCAA tournament. He's announced his retirement. Obviously, he's going to coach his way through. So you got that emotional component. It does only take you so far, but it's a hell of a story.
All right, what is their mascot? We talked about
Dukes.
Lobos. We're going to do some all mascot team right now before we get into the next
The Duquesne is the Dukes.
The
of
Dukes.
Duquesne,
Yeah, that's boring.
which Might be the first time in the NCAA tournament history where you have two teams nicknamed the Dukes, because we're going to talk about this team later. James Madison's also the Duke. His wife's battling cancer. Wow. Thanks, TJ.
Man. That is a decent.
That's a tough
to retire, man.
Yeah,
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Well,
but good on him, man.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes family is more important. You gotta take care of that shit before your dreams in life, your aspirations, man.
Amen.
You never get that time back, maybe.
No, hopefully.
But hey, we're talking all mascot team. Let's get on to this Long Beach State, man. The Dirtbags. How the hell are you gonna keep a name like that, man? You gotta change up your mascot. The Dirtbags. I guess it's Long Beach State. No one really gives a shit. So
yeah, I think technically their nickname is the Beach, and I'm not joking. I think it is, but I think they got called Dirtbags so much that it kind of just stuck. But I think formally their nickname is the Beach. But
I think they
really
changed it to the Beach after that dirtbag shit.
Yeah, I don't think that plays well. But they got the short end of the stick, getting the 2 seed Arizona Wildcats at 25-8. You're getting Arizona minus 19.5. Here's the real fun one: over under at 161, which is pretty high for a college basketball game. However, I absolutely love the over here. You got Arizona 3rd in the nation in scoring. You got Long Beach State 7th in the nation in scoring. So I see these two teams kind of balling out. This is a game I would absolutely stay away from the spread. This looks really clean, like Arizona's just going to dominate beginning to end. But you
take it all the way.
Yeah, but you could see some backdoor covers. If you look at a lot of 116, 215s, it's like a 26-point lead with 2 minutes left. They take out all their starters. The team wins by 18. Nobody cares, but Vegas cares. So
rest
I see
them.
backdoor
Rest
cover
them for the
here.
next game. For the weekend, baby.
I like heavy over on Long Beach State, Arizona, even though that is a pretty high over. So,
all right, it's a betting show, so we can't guarantee anything, but these are as close to guarantees as you can get for an upset. I got number 10 seed Nevada over number 7 Dayton. Dayton hasn't played shit, and when they played a rated team, they got beat. They do not deserve a 7 seed at all.
I mean, again, buddy, I hate to rain on your parade. Nevada's -1. Nevada's the favorite.
Yeah, and they should be. I'm taking it.
Yeah, so we can look at this. I would probably stay away from the spread. Even though you got to look at this game is being played in Salt Lake City. You got Reno is where Nevada is, so pretty close travel. Obviously, Dayton, Salt Lake City, not that close. But the play I like here, you're seeing an over-under at 136.5. I actually really like the under on this one. You got 2 top 50 defenses, scoring's average at best. Nevada doesn't shoot the 3-ball really at all, so I could see a very low-scoring tight game here. I'd like the under at 136.5.
What are the Flyers on that 3-ball list?
100. So
100. All right, so not bad.
Yeah.
50 percentile about.
And again, I am talking attempts, right? I'm not talking makes or percentages. I'm talking just straight up who attempts the most threes, because that's what I really like to see. If you're comfortable and willing to chuck up the 3-ball and you get hot, that's that difference between that underdog, winning.
Changed my mind. I'd take that under. I like that. I'm in agreement.
I like
Let's
the under.
lock that up.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I like the under there, man.
Damn it! I hope I don't blow that because you made me take that under.
I didn't make you take anything, man. You make every choice of your own.
You are making me do it, motherfucker.
No.
You just talked me into it. You just talked me into losing some money right now, didn't you? Every time I go with your picks, I lose.
I don't think you have any data to support that statement. But
the whole football season, the entire football season.
First off, let's give people behind the curtain there. My picks were not your picks. I was picking completely different games. This year, we're going to go straight up. When we do that football betting, we're all three going to bet on the same game, and we're going to go toe-to-toe and see where it's at. So, and AJ might beat us. So
next year, we doing it? We're going straight up?
Yes,
right.
we're picking all the
a
exact
lot
same
more
games.
picks.
No, we're not going to go straight up. We're going to all three bet the exact same games.
Okay, yeah. And we should, except for the burns when you pee.
No, that's straight up you, man. That's straight up you. And we tried to find that, but the only games that fit that category for March Madness are in the CIT and behind the scenes again. Beve and I spent 20 minutes figuring out what the CIT actually is and where you can watch it. Might be on the CW. I'm not really sure, but we can't.
Is it College Invitational Tournament? I don't know. I just guessed, because I had never heard of it till yesterday.
when I told you that would be the place we'd have to look for a game like that. So
Oh no, we could just do the play-in, man. Give me Colorado all day. I got them winning the first round too.
they could, man.
You know why? You know why? Just because I want to see primetime, Sador Sanders, everyone sit in front row at Dayton, Ohio, watching their team, man. You think he's
Buddy.
going to be there?
Absolutely not. It will be the only reason Deion Sanders is going to Dayton, Ohio, is if there's a 4-star recruit playing in Dayton. That is the only reason he's going to be in Dayton, Ohio.
You think, all right, man, I got a new pair of sunglasses for him. I'm going to try them on, man. See what's got. Get him some Big Ten backer sunglasses. Those look sweet.
I think so. All I'd say is you and I have had a few fun nights in our lives in Dayton, Ohio, and I'll just leave it.
Oh,
at
for
that.
sure.
So,
For sure. Most of them have been leaving to go to Vegas, right?
most of them have been leaving to go other places, but yeah, sure, we've had some fun there too. But
All right, and TJ, he said,
Yeah.
getting hot from 3-point land has made some March Madness legends. Ain't
DJ's
that
spot
right?
on. Yeah, and that's again where
Or
you-
some fails like Butler missing that last second shot. Could
yeah,
have won a natty.
you could, and you'll hear a phrase a lot in Vegas: one bad half of shooting costs you a game, and it's a very true statement, and it happens to a lot of teams. That's where you see a lot of these upsets is either bad shooting by one team or just some team crazy hot from 3-point land, and again, unpredictable, hard to figure out. Sorry about that.
Congratulations on your Buckeyes. How about an Ohio State for the NIT championship? Well, that would be good to smack down the Hawkeyes one more time. One more time in another tournament. Why not?
Yeah. It's hard to get excited, man. It's hard to get excited about an NIT. You know
Oh,
what?
I got Drake. I got Drake, baby. Oh, Troy's going to be pissed. Wazoo going down, brother.
Right, Troy. I got the Cougars. Don't worry about it. We got you covered. So
Oh, you like them Cougars, huh?
I do. The Cougars from Pullman. You gotta love them, man. But any more Cinderellas? Any more?
I got
games
one
that
more
you-
Cinderella to
you
come
know?
at you, man.
All
One
right.
more Cinderella. And this one, a lot of people are calling for it. James Madison, 12 seed over number 5, Wisconsin. Man, Wisconsin was hot in that Big Ten tournament, but their luck ran out against Illinois. Lost that game. I mean, one of their first game, they shot 16 3-pointers, made 16 3-pointers in the game. I mean, they were just smoking it. But I think they got hot too early, man. You lose against Illinois, that streak's over with, and I'm ready for James Madison. 31-3, is that their record, James Madison?
Yeah. This
Something
is
ridiculous.
If I'm a Badger fan, I am furious at this pairing. It just
NIT App State all day. That's from the Sun Belt Syndicate, man.
love
App
it,
State
man.
all day, baby. Man, I want to get down there and see App State. I got to see that football stadium. That's
Boone?
one of my to-do list. In
Is it
Boone,
Boone,
yeah.
North Carolina?
It's Boone,
Yeah.
North Carolina. You got it.
Got
Got to
that's-
get down there, man.
That seems like my kind of
Pac-2 rules.
Again,
man,
with we'll get into the Wisconsin James Madison game a little bit more on Thursday. But long story short, I think Wisconsin just got
South Dakota
destroyed
State
on that.
Jackrabbits, baby.
Yeah, we can hit on them really fast. There's a couple ones
Let's
from
talk
Thursday
about it.
still. Iowa State's the 2 seed playing the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State. Iowa State's minus 16. Did they come in with that axe to grind, being a 2 seed? 27-7 record, very respectable.
I got
I-
JMU.
I got to be honest
I'll
with you.
take. I could see them covering, but man, Iowa State's good. They got screwed. They were in all the polls, USA Today and the AP poll, they were number 4, and then they're their last 2 seed. They ended up being the last 2 seed, so that's like 8. Basically, and it was only because the only thing that I could figure out was because of their off-season ranking. Like, they didn't play a lot of big-time opponents in the off-season. But, dude, why does it matter when your season includes playing in the Big 12?
Yeah. And
I mean,
that's-
it was
they're-
like
they're penalizing
it
them.
was like 300, but they're penalizing them. It doesn't matter if your whole strength of record is that good. Why should that matter? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Why that is a component of it. If your overall record's good, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, and I think the insult to injury is putting them with UConn. That's the real, because we'll talk about it again more on Thursday. UConn is just playing with their hair on fire. I mean, they look like back-to-back champs already. I'd be shocked if they're not.
Oh yeah.
You
Sun
stuck
Belt Syndicate says they had 3 losses. All right, JMU, 2 to App State, and the other one to Southern Miss.
Okay, so what's the kryptonite? And that's what I want to hear. I'll be honest
How
with
does
you.
JMU lose? What did App State have?
I
What'd
have
they
no
give 'em?
idea. App State is not in the tourney, but we'll get into the numbers on Thursday. But that one's a really tough one to me, because I looked at Wisconsin playing really hot basketball. Obviously, made it to the Big Ten championship game. I think they went up against another good team. They went toe to toe against Purdue, and I guess we can all say what we want about Purdue. We really don't know what kind of team they're going to be in March, but that was a heck of a basketball game that they won in overtime. So really
Inside defensive presence. Pulling the D, baby.
I do not have that in depth on there, but I'll tell you what. There's one.
That's what App State had.
Okay, I
That's
can't
why they
speak
were
to
able
it.
to beat James Madison.
Yeah.
And the Sun Belt Syndicate would know, man. They know
No, I
everything
trust that
about the Sun
reporting.
Belt.
I trust that reporting quite a bit, but
And Troy, man, I gotta tell you, man, I have nothing against Wazoo, and in fact, I had a cousin who went there. I like that area, at least Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, beautiful area. Pine trees are beautiful in that area. What else? There's no reason to root against Wazoo. In fact, I wanted them to win, either them or Oregon State to win the final Pac-12, because it would have been sweet. Could have been like a Cinderella story, like a going out. But they didn't, unfortunately. It would have been sweet if they did. And hopefully they land somewhere great, get a good conference, because, man, they are getting screwed.
But we talked about this last week in thinking more about it. Oregon State and Washington State have a very sweet setup right now, because basically if they dominate and win, they've got an automatic bid in the playoff. So you look at this year, you're playing in the Pac-12, which is brutal, low probability of making the playoff, or you're now playing a quasi Mountain West Conference schedule, and you do 12-1, you could get an automatic bid to the playoffs. So you actually
Would they
see
get an automatic bid? I don't think
a
they
group
will.
of 5. A group of 5 gets an automatic bid. The best group of 5 team gets an automatic.
Oh, the best group of 5. All right. So
Best
if we
overall.
consider them group of 5 now, right?
They are technically group of 5. Yeah.
Wouldn't that make them group of 6?
No. Actually, the Power 5 ceases to exist. So does the group of 5. It would be like Power 4.
The group of 4 and the group
Yeah.
of 6.
Yeah, I'm just used to Power 5, group of 5, but I think if
Power
you're-
4 and group of 6.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're looking, you'll get those automatic bids from each of the Power 4, but you do get the highest at-large bid for the group of 5 teams as well. So
Nice.
I
All
think
right, we
there's a
got
much
from the
bigger
Sun Belt Syndicate. We got some more info, man. JMU has to limit turnovers, control the pace, and they can't be in a defensive battle because they aren't a good free throw percentage team. Man, he's bringing the goods.
interesting.
Need
Well,
to grab an early lead.
Yeah, so scoring offense, though, you got James Madison's 10th in the country. So clearly they can score the ball. You're 94th on defense, which, again, is pretty good. You're talking 70th percentile overall, pretty solid. 3-point attempts, 85th in the country. So, you're kind of looking at the metrics and you see, wow, this is a really good team. But I think a lot of people would look at Wisconsin, especially how good, played pretty good all through the tournament, and you say that's kind of a scary March team. So these are like 2 juggernauts really coming together. I really wish they would have broke these 2 up, but they didn't.
Troy, if they win 12 games, I will sing the Fight Zone on the podcast next year. They got to win 12 games, though.
Troy, I will invite him out. We will make the road trip over to Pullman, Washington. I will take him there. It is an awesome stadium. Awesome.
I would love to go there.
I
That would be
will
awesome.
take him there, Troy. You have my word on that. But there's just 2 more.
And you're going to pay for it with your winnings in Vegas?
You're gonna pay for it with your winnings. Man.
That's right, because I'm the champ.
I'll
Crown
provide
me.
room and board. You're going to win with your wins. But I got 2 more really quick I want to hit on. Some pretty good stories, teams I like.
Man, that just sounded like you and me in a bar, man, in college. I'm not leaving yet. I got 2 more I got to hit on.
Yep, pretty much, man. That just took me back to some good old days there. I like that. But 2 more here. One, I want to talk about the 14 seed Akron Zips. And yes, I'm always going to talk Northeast Ohio teams. I love them.
And Troy's joining in on our bar conversation, too.
Hey.
He's your friend. I like him.
Well, you know what? Troy's always welcome to join us in Pullman, man. No questions asked. Keep the comments coming. I love them. But the number 14 seed Akron Zips taking on the number 3 seed Creighton Blue Jays. What I really want to talk about with Akron, wins the MAC tournament, right? On a crazy play.
Yeah.
You didn't see it.
I wanted to pick Akron, man. I really wanted to, but I can't. Can't do it. I can't pick a MAC team.
Yeah. So all those that don't follow the MAC, Akron, Kent State, about 20 minutes apart, both in Northeast Ohio. That's the rivalry. They played in the MAC championship. Akron goes up 1. Or Kent State, I'm sorry, goes up 1 with 6 seconds left. Akron goes to inbounds the ball. Kent State player didn't know that they were up 1, thought they were down 1, went and fouled the guy. Guy makes 2 free throws. Akron wins by 1. I mean, crazy ending. But the real story with Akron is a kid by the name of Enrique Freeman. If you haven't had a chance to watch this kid is dynamite. So quick backstory.
Enrique Freeman.
Backstory as a senior in high school, 0 scholarships anywhere. I'm not even talking D1. I'm talking 0 scholarships anywhere. He goes to Akron on an academic-only scholarship, starts playing some pickup ball. This kid's 6'3", gritty. Everybody likes him. They said, okay, just come play with us at practice, right? You're just kind of a walk-on. You're not even a preferred walk-on. So he comes to practice, starts dominating. Coach is like, okay, we got to get this guy.
You're in.
Get him a scholarship. Yes, when they get him the scholarship, over the summer of his freshman year, kid grows 4 inches. He's now 6'7". And this kid,
son of a bitch. No, I didn't hear that part of the story.
This kid's the
after
MAC
the
player
scholarship.
After the scholarship, after being 6'3", grows to 6'7".
Late bloomer.
MAC player of the year. This kid is unreal. You got to root for a story like that. Just an awesome story around it. I say all that. Spread here is minus 12.5 in favor of Creighton. Creighton is a very
Creighton's
solid
hot,
team.
man.
But I'll say this, and there may be a little bias in play. I'd probably take that 12.5. Give me the Akron Zips there. I really like that. Over-under's 141, but I really like the Zips. And then, we're talking Troy. We're talking Eastern Washington, Palouse. I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the Gonzaga Bulldogs, the 5 seed. Got a really tough draw here in McNeese, the Cowboys of McNeese. Do you know where McNeese is, Beve?
I'm going to guess it's in Texas.
I didn't look it up. I don't know either. I just was hoping.
Someone's got to know.
Someone's got to know. Right?
I ain't looking it up either. Someone look this up for us in the comments. Come on, Troy.
This is why we have a live audience. I need comments.
We need you, buddy.
I need it.
Someone's got to know where McNeese is.
Because if we were doing this show well, we would have looked it up ahead of time. It would have been a great segue, but we didn't. It's a good story. But
let's get to commercial and someone answer that question for us before we get back, because we got some quickies to do after this. All right, y'all. It is getting warmer, so we got to get that icy breeze out. All right, take this to your soccer game, to your baseball game. You're gonna need this to cool down, brother.
Icy Breeze is the world's first portable air conditioner and cooler. A premium ice cooler that doubles as an eco-friendly portable air conditioner. This is not a swamp cooler, just blowing air across ice. Over 60 parts and components allow Icy Breeze to achieve what no other product in the world can do. The secret behind the Icy Breeze is an innovative design that circulates chilled ice water through a heat exchanger in the lid, replacing the Freon used in most ACs. Fresh air is drawn from hidden vents in the top of the cooler, pulled across the exchanger, and chilled down to 35 degrees cooler than the outside air. A 3-speed fan control delivers Icy Breeze's dry, cold air up to 25 miles per hour, just like a car AC. And a stay-put flex hose directs the breeze in any direction. Wherever you need it, Icy Breeze helps you beat the heat.
Yeah, how Troy's, but we got to get on this. All right, so it's in Louisiana, and then Troy comes in. Louisiana?
Question mark?
Sunbelt. All right. Yeah, how Troy spelled it. Pretty good shit. All right, we got to get back to one other comment here. All right. If you like Akron, JMU, James Madison University, beat them
All right.
73-59. Woo. Woo, buddy.
Oh, yeah, that's
that was
pretty
before the dude grew 4 inches, huh?
No, I think that was probably
You're
this
right.
season.
I'm just kidding.
So,
All right, so what we got to figure out is your Cinderella takes. How many you got? Who you taking? You got Akron as one of them, right?
I
And
do.
we got to keep track of these to see. All right, we're going straight up. Do you got 5? Or any of them the same as mine? So I got Yale over Auburn. You got that?
2 of your 5s are favorites, so it's hard to call.
So you taking those?
No, I like Auburn. I think New Mexico's obvious.
You're taking New Mexico?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
State?
No, New Mexico. New Mexico. The Lobos, not New Mexico
All right,
State,
my
the
bad.
Aggies. Come on, man. We had all these teams.
It's New Mexico.
Yeah, it's New
It
Mexico.
doesn't matter. We went over this in football season.
Yes,
No
we
one
did
cares.
quite a bit. And I'll tell you right now, James Madison, Wisconsin, we got Sunbelt Syndicate on here. Stay the hell away from that game. I have no idea what's going to happen. You know what? That's one of those games, just sit down and enjoy it. It's going to be a hell of a basketball game, but I have no comment on James Madison, Wisconsin. But I would say a couple.
So far you have 2. All right.
Okay, Oakland.
have-
I like Oakland. The 14 seed Oakland over Kentucky.
3.
Kentucky,
All right.
Kentucky scores quite a bit. But I kind of set it up at the beginning.
Akron, Oakland, and New Mexico.
Yeah, and again, New Mexico's.
Give me 2 more. Give me 2 more.
I'll have to go on the Friday slate, man. I don't like anything about Thursday, so I kind of take these one day at a time. To be honest with you. 'Cause
All right.
it's
So you need to give me 2 more by Thursday's episode.
I will.
All
But
right. And it
I'm
can't
pretty
be
heavy on the
no
favorite.
9-8 bullshit. It's got to be double
No.
digit.
Well, you picked 2 that were already the favorites, man. Come on.
It doesn't matter if they're favorites. It was where they were seated.
I mean, I like Michigan State. They're a 9 seed, but they're favored.
I'd be an editor. He is an editor for the Dogs Media Network. And, man, that brings me to our point. This is brought on by the Dogs Media Network, only by the Dogs Media Network. And, man, they help us out getting this show started. So we're here. All right. You got 2 more to pick by Thursday, and we are going to make an inside bet on this on Thursday's show.
Sounds good. You got to tune in Thursday to hear who the upsets are.
Duquesne will take on BYU. They're going to upset them. That was one of your you were thinking about that one.
I wouldn't do it, but again, when you're looking at the betting and all of this, I have to really got that feel for the upsets. I'll be completely honest with the audience. I actually bet a lot of favorites. I like a lot of favorites. Because I think the betting public takes a
Majority of
lot
the
of
time.
underdogs.
Yeah.
You look at a game like, I'm just throwing one out, Kansas versus Stanford. You're going to probably see that line drop quite a bit because you're seeing
Yeah, you can't
ESPN
take
put
that.
that trendy
Yeah.
upset pick and all these stuff.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I say, Kansas is just going to lick their chops. You get that down to -5.5, take the Jayhawks all the way. So I actually, especially when you're in Vegas, you can kind of see those numbers changing on the board. You can get that real-time action. I'm a pretty heavy favorites better when it comes to March Madness.
So we got another BYU will get beat. So it's a trendy pick right now.
It
At
is.
least on this show.
It is. I would say just
I ain't taking
the word
it.
of
I
caution.
ain't touching that one.
The word of caution is kind of expect the unexpected upsets. The articles you read, the ones that a lot of people like. Again, New Mexico over Clemson, it's not an upset because Vegas has them favored. You look at some of the other ones like Nevada over Dayton. It's not an upset because Nevada's favored. But you look at these games and a lot of people are like, oh, go on seeding, look at the upset. It's not the case. It's what does Vegas tell you is the favorite and the underdog. So
yeah, you would Vegas. It's in your name. Vegas is more important.
I
Vegas
trust
Matt.
I trust in Vegas. I trust in Vegas. Vegas knows what they're
Show me the money, baby. All right. Hey, we wouldn't be Big Ten backers if we didn't get to some quickies. So let's get to them. We got 2 quickies today. All right. It's time to make fun of Michigan a little bit. It's about time. Defensive line coach Greg Scruggs gets a OWI, fired before he even coached. Man, didn't even Didn't even get to do anything. Man, I don't know what was going on up in Ann Arbor, but they like to break the law, so shit happens. All right. And Andrew Anderson's also got Clemson getting the W. That's one of them that I picked. All right. I picked Clemson losing. New Mexico to the Lobos. And speaking of Clemson, they're in our quickies, man. Clemson suing the ACC, man. So now we know Florida State wants out. They're going to get out. They're going to find a way. Clemson wants out. They're taking them to court, man. So it's happening. The ACC is going to crumble, brother. We're going to be down another conference.
Let me ask you this: Who wants Clemson?
Who wants Clemson? They fit in the SEC, right?
They do, but I haven't heard any rumblings about.
I don't know why that would be beneficial to the SEC. I mean, I know the recency bias that they've been good and they got a following, but I don't know historically if that will stand, in the next 10, 15 years, if it'll be worth anything at all. Who knows?
I agree.
All right. My favorite part of the show, making fun of Michigan. That's right, brother.
It is a staple when you and I are together on this. We have to be.
Did you see Tim is a booger eater? No, I need more clarification. You mean he likes Harbaugh? Maybe.
Who?
Tim Bailey. He's part of the Dogs Network. Sorry. He is another editor and also has his own show, which he won't be doing this year, I believe. All right. We'll have fun in the Big 12. There we go. Man, the comments keep coming today.
Yeah.
Apparently he's a Michigan fan. What? No way. Yeah, just because they won a national title.
I was going to say, you're seeing a lot of those. I'm seeing a lot of brand new Michigan gear around here. It's funny.
Walmart Wolverines. According to Nancy on Facebook. Who's Nancy?
I like trolls.
Clemson has no role in the SEC. Enjoy the Big 12, weirdos.
No, Andrew's right. I don't see it as an SEC fit. I really don't see the Big Ten eager to get them. I think Big Ten would take on
question mark. That's who Troy is.
I think Big Ten would take on like a Florida State or a Duke or North Carolina potentially. I just don't see Clemson fitting into that. I'm really intrigued by them posing this lawsuit.
Breaking news here. Tim's a Michigan fan. Damn it, Timmy.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Right now we have 210 viewers on right now watching the show. So congratulations, Vegas, Matt.
I'll do one more quickie with the audience. Any game that we haven't talked about that's a Thursday game, anyone wants to hear a spread over under, we've probably got about 30 seconds left. So let the commenters have at it. If you see one, throw it out to me.
Big Ten wants Duke, North Carolina, Georgia Tech, and Virginia. I don't think that they want any of those other than North Carolina. I think that's
they would probably take Duke. I think it's a strong academic school. Pretty rich.
I don't know.
They like those academic schools, man.
They like academics and money. The research dollars might be enough to pull them in, but it's Florida State, North Carolina.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
I think the SEC wants North Carolina bad, so I think North Carolina is going to be the first domino to fall to the SEC, and then you're going to see Florida State joining.
I could see Duke going into the SEC too. They need all the academic help they can get there. So they got.
We still got comments coming. Matt,
I know. Like I said, you see one
advice.
You see one about a game, let me know. Sage, I'll take it.
I invited 199 of my closest friends.
Thank you, Troy. Appreciate
That's how we got so many people on here.
Hey, Troy's an influencer.
Will Tennessee cover against St. Mary's? Now that's a good one. That's a good question for you. TJ.
Yeah.
The man.
No, yes. Tennessee's
What's the spread?
19.5. I think a lot of people are going to go on the Cinderella story of St. Peter's a few years ago when they beat Kentucky as that 15 seed, kind of made a nice little run there. Don't care. Tennessee is a very solid basketball team. I would lay the points. Give me the Volunteers.
And thoughts on Texas Tech versus NC State? Will the Wolfpack stay hot?
Yeah.
I got Cowboys all day, man. That Big 12 action.
Red Raiders, bro. Come on.
Got them.
Give
me the Red Raiders.
Yeah, Texas Tech -5.5. You got a 145.5 over under. I'd say lay the points. Give me the Red Raiders. Any
That's
more
it.
with the
I
quickies,
think,
man? All
hey,
right.
if we got some more comments, bring them. We got 210 people in here watching the show, so come on, live.
I think we pretty much hit on just about every game for Thursday.
Hit on everything, just like
Again,
me
we're-
and you
we're
in the
not gonna-
bars in college.
Definitely join us on Thursday. We're definitely going to break down all the Friday games. We're sticking strictly to Thursday here on this Tuesday night.
And maybe we'll pick our Final Four.
All right.
We should pick our Final Four on Thursday,
got-
too. Yeah, let's add that to the list. Write that
We got to
down.
get AJ's pick too. I want to hear his Final Four as well. We definitely got to.
We should. All right, we got some more comments right before we get out of this show. St.
No,
Peter's,
no.
not St. Mary's. My bad.
No worries, DJ. No worries.
All right, Oregon can get their feelings hurt. Yeah, I got Oregon
Probably.
losing. Andrew.
I like the Ducks in that one, but we'll see. Funny thing always to keep an eye on those conference champion teams. Don't have a lot of data to support it, but they typically don't make strong runs in the NCAA tournament. They kind of shoot their shot.
Fizzle
in the
out.
tournament. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In some cases, I think there's just some straight up dominant teams that just dominate throughout. But look at Purdue last year, won the Big Ten championship, loses to a 16 seed. So, not a lot you can read off that. But
Trader 10. That's the Ducks for you. All right, I got the Gamecocks taking them. The game
right.
of fouls.
maybe we'll make a gentleman's agreement on that one between you and I, because I like the
might
Ducks
work.
there. But
That might work. All right, Big Ten backers, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you coming, checking us out, all 214 of you. We got an early show, got out of here quick with 8 minutes to spare, a little less than an hour show. So good work, brother. Thanks for joining us. Vegas Matt, always a pleasure, man, breaking down the bets. Everyone's going to need to see your sound advice. You always bring it. Thank you. We'll be back on Thursday for some more. Let's see how we get done with these picks in the first day of the tournament. All right. Thank you, Big Ten backers. Good night. God bless.